All right, I'm still looking at that contraption. It made me so anxious just walking up there. What a relief to be on stage. 1996. I was graduating just like all of you. I wasn't here at the MAC. At that time, I was in the old social hall, currently being renovated. But that's where we're at, again, 1996. I'll never forget it. 2 days before our 8th grade graduation. So funny. So, you're always hanging out with your friends, and we're talking about what we're going to wear. And I was like, what am I gonna wear? I was a tomboy growing up, guys. Shorts, t-shirt, that was my thing. And I'm like, no, I wanna wear a dress like everybody else. And everybody's like, yeah, Reagan, this is our 8th grade graduation. Wear something different. Wear something you're gonna remember. So I was like, yeah, sure, why not? Everybody was in like stilettos, high heels for everybody. I'm like, why is everyone wearing high heels? And they're like, yeah, try it, come on, it's gonna be a good experience. Just at least you gotta practice in them. I said, oh, okay. So I went to JCPenney. And I had these like white strappy heels. And I practiced at home for 2 nights. Good thing I had carpet in my home. It was very popular back in the late 90s. Anyhow, walking around my carpeted home awkwardly. And my home's flat, right? So I made it work. Here we are, time for our 8th grade promotion, again in the old social hall. And there were 2 small sets of stairs over there. And I realized, practiced walking upstairs in these shoes. And I look, and everybody, the middle school principal was there on the stage. Shelley Rempe, right there, 1996, guys, still here today. There we are, our very own Shelley Rempe. So, really nice experience. Anyhow, they're so excited to see me get up on stage, and I'm looking at the stage, I'm looking at the stairs, and oh my god, I like my whole form was off. My chest was leaning forward. The best part was getting on the stage and then shaking everybody's hand. I was back on the flat surface, and then I'm like, oh, I have to descend, I have to get down these stairs. I barely made it to my seat. I couldn't wait till I got home that day and take off those heels, and now here we are again. Oh my goodness, 26 years later. Wow. Gio Visco, so inspirational. I thought, wow, it actually is quite fitting for what I am going to talk about, which is being an overcomer. And that's what all of you are today. You are overcomers. I've had you guys for many, many years, and I've seen you grow so much. As Gio mentioned, being an overcomer, right? The importance there, and I will discuss my speech and then talk about how that has application to what he said. So I'll discuss a few of my experiences, hoping that you see how they may apply to your lives. Middle school was huge. You missed 18 months of school due to the pandemic, and as Gio said, that was quite impactful. And my experience was not the same as all of yours, and that hit me hard. Just trying to imagine how you truly feel in this moment. In middle and high school, vastly different. And I'm sure you guys are nervous about what's to lie ahead in high school. And I'll discuss some good memories that I had 6th, 7th, and 8th grade year here. 6th grade, Voyage of Mimi. It's a fictional book, and Mimi, so cool. She studied the ocean, the hunchback whale, and other things regarding Mimi. She studied the ocean very much so. So I know that was big, your 6th grade year. That's what I remember. What a rich experience. And I was laughing so hard because that book, The Island of the Blue Dolphins, I remember crying this one chapter. This girl's kids were all eaten by animals. 6th grade team of teachers who's still here. We got Lisa Shute, 6th grade team of teachers. Again, Lisa Shute, Lynna Ponte was there. She's still here with us. And a couple of others that have actually relocated to different states. But that was my 6th grade team of teachers. And they were like, no, Reagan, this is just a fictional story. I was like, oh, okay. I mean, I dove right in, and I loved oceans and I loved books. So I really was captivated by this story. Fast forward to today. Mimi now is no longer a book that you guys read. You guys are Mimi. You're going to Catalina Island. You're doing that study in person just to reflect and think about how many changes have occurred. I know not everyone made it to that field trip, but wow, just to go back to that timeline, so much has changed. So I began here at CSDR in late spring 1996 with no ASL. I did not sign, and I was blown away. I was lost. Everybody here signed and signed fluently, proficiently. Our dorm counselors, our teaching staff, the peers, everybody was like, oh, this is ASL. Whew. I was lost for a moment there. And just so much gratitude to CSDR teaching staff, our cottage counselors. I had my ups and I had my downs. Emotionally, I was just so apprehensive. Is this me? How do I identify myself? And just, my goodness, it was so difficult. I don't know how I made it through. But I keep saying teachers, but really, truly, it's a community here at CSDR, and it's due to the community here. I mean, you have your Hall of Fame when it comes to athletics and all those awards. I think everyone that helped me through that time, it's a hall of patience. A hall of patience, truly. Oh goodness, just looking back and thinking of that hall of patience. Much gratitude, many of you that are still here today. And we have grown and thrived with their support. They do not give up on us. And like Gio said, we don't give up, right? That's how we become an overcomer, is when you have that tenacity. And there's more to come, guys. All right, let's move on from that 6th grade year. 7th grade, Hot Mess Express. Oh, I thought 6th grade, that's the worst of it. No, was I surprised? 7th grade, you guys, hot mess. I'm like, my body's changing, this is changing. Why is my body changing? What is going on here? Oh, homework, why are you increasing the amount of homework? Why is math so complicated all of a sudden? Wait, folders I have to clean, I've got to finish this, that, the other thing. Wait, stop, slow down. My body's changing. I gotta focus on these hormones. I gotta find balance here. Especially the hormone drives, it's insane. I couldn't wait for high school after that. I was like, oh, please take me to high school. I need to get out of here. I just had my eyes on the prize at that time, and the prize was high school. I think most instrumental, and now I'm seeing this with all of you. Again, I've known you guys for 7 years. I've seen you in PE. You guys support each other, and it's so true. Again, hot mess here, right? But I had my friends that I relied on. We talked about our bodies changing and this, that, and the other thing without any judgment. I didn't share with my parents. Oh God, no. No way. I'm like, you guys, what is going on with your body? What is happening here? Just navigating that whole experience. We did that collectively. Don't you guys agree with me? Do you guys agree so far? Some of you guys are giggling, so I'm gonna take that as an agreement. Some of the teachers Ryan's laughing at this. Why am I talking about 7th grade? Again, hot mess. But you know what? I can imagine being in your shoes right now thinking, well, Reagan, we missed 7th grade. We missed that experience. And so I have to take empathy there and realize that is vastly different from my experience. I can only imagine. But guess what? We're all still here. I know it's been impactful to miss out on that 7th grade experience, distance learning all that time, no social interaction, not being here at CSDR, not getting that deaf cultural fix. Everything's now at home, everything's closed. I'm now isolated, I'm only with my family, but what about missing out on all this? It's earth-shattering. And I can only imagine how difficult that was for all of you. Do you agree? Yeah, I'm getting some nods. You guys, this is an interactive presentation. I'm not here to just talk at you, so feel free to chime in. I think your friends, your peers that you have now, they're instrumental. I can see that you have supported each other, continue to support each other, especially as you get into high school. Sometimes we drift away from our friends. Middle school, it's a little bit more difficult for that to happen. In high school, you might drift away, and then all of a sudden you look at them, you're like, wait a minute, we're coworkers now. I have a math teacher in high school. We went to 6th grade together, and it's hard to believe how life sends you down certain paths. I apologize, I keep looking around. I just realized, big pause. Teachers, students, you guys all know me. PE teacher, my name's Reagan Anders. And I just want to ensure that our parents, friends in the audience are like, who is this woman talking to us right now? My name's Reagan. Hi, everyone. Hello. Probably important that I share my name. Hi. Okay. Now, here we are, overcomers. And I just thought it was so crazy. How ironic for Geo to talk about overcoming this time. Yes. And I feel, yes, spot on. This is what we're going to talk about today at our 8th grade promotion. 18 months of being at home. When I think of an overcomer, you students, as student and as friend, I'm not going to talk about me, Reagan, as PE teacher. I'm going to talk about me, Reagan, as your friend. Student to teacher rapport, meeting in the middle. Because teachers have to overcome things as well. It's not just the students that have to overcome. 18 months of distance learning. Admittedly, I think all the teachers would agree with me. I'm not embarrassed about this, but I'm gonna say it right now. Teaching online? Yeah, you students know how to use technology. Me? I'm like, what is Microsoft Teams? No more Outlook, no more email. We have to use Teams. What's Teams? What's Zoom? Who's Zoom? What's doing Zoom? What is Zoom? I'm like, now I see people in a gallery. Oh, it was stressful. And I was like, no, I am going to do this. I rolled up my sleeves. I gave up a lot of sleep, guys, to figure out how to make this happen. I was like, that did not work. I got to split this up into 2 groups. Wait a minute, now I can do meeting rooms. Oh, I can do breakout rooms. Oh, okay. And then students were like, hey, no, Reagan, this is how you do it. No, you got to put them over there. We're waiting for you. Can you please start this meeting over here? I'm like, oh, okay. Oh, you got to mute them. Where did you go? Didn't I just have you here? Oh, it was so much work. And then it was, how do I post my assignments? And students were like, oh, you just posted it over here. For us, it was very difficult to figure out. We had to meet halfway. And I'm talking about the beginning of distance learning. Over time, we acclimated. I felt like a 70-year-old woman using that technology. I'm like, what is this? Am I that old? I say 70, no offense, please. Mom, I'm sorry, I shouldn't have said that. Maybe I shouldn't have said 70, I apologize, Mom. But anyhow, you guys are the pros. I'm trying to play catch up with my technology skills. But I overcame that fear and that anxiety, and will I be able to do this? And students are like, yeah, we got this. And it's like, not as teachers. It was exhausting, that learning curve, my gosh. Now I feel like a teenager. I'm like, oh, Zoom, I got Zoom. Yeah, nice try, get in here, come on, I know where you are. Now I'm to your level. I thought that was kind of funny. True story about distance learning, really funny. So with attendance, I do it at the end of class, right? Class is over, stay here, give me a moment. They all know, they're giving their pearly whites, all smiling. I take attendance, then I excuse them. One student I forgot. So everybody's closing their cameras, and I have a nose piercing. So I was playing around with my piercing, just kind of fumbling around there, and I look over at my phone, and they told me, you forgot to leave the room. You're still here. And I look up, the student's looking at me as I'm fumbling with my nose. I'm like, end meeting. The stuff we experienced. I still have my nose piercing, but I try not to play around with it too much in public. Okay. You guys, this is it. Next chapter is high school. You overcame the pandemic. You made it. You're here. Will you face COVID again? Most likely not. but you'll face a different type of adversity. You'll have to overcome new things, so please remember that. You are true identity overcomers, truly. Teachers, staff, all of us. And I like that word so much. Overcomers. Does everybody else agree? Can I get a solid yes? We are overcomers. Okay. High school. Yeah, it's going to be nerve-wracking, guys. It just will be. You'll have big reports due. You'll have big tests. You'll be concerned about how people perceive you, what they say. People are going to try to pull you down. There's this, that. You're going to have so much apprehension and fear and anxiety. But you've already faced fear head on. You had those 18 months of being at home where fear was facing us right in the eye. So now in high school, don't be nervous. Take those risks. Why take risks? Reagan, what do you mean? If you don't take risks, you're not going to grow. In high school, that's the time for you to work through things. Take that time to grow. Make those mistakes. It's okay. Don't shut down if you've made a mistake. You're human, make them. And when you make them, right, when you fall, get back up. Take that opportunity to grow. I know some people move at a slower pace. Sometimes you take 2 steps back to make a couple steps forward. That's okay. You've already experienced that. That experience will continue. Just continue to take 1 step in front of the next, okay? Don't be afraid of making those mistakes. Get up, roll up those sleeves, be brave, be bold, take risks. Oh, it's almost time to close, but very recently, in fact, this past weekend, Memorial Day weekend, you guys, I'm not a movie buff. My 2 boys were begging me. I have 2 sons, 5 and 7. Mom, we want to go to the movies. Oh, fine, let's do it. All right. Oh my goodness. What was the movie's name? Rescue Rangers. So Chip and Dale, you guys familiar with the 2 of them? They kind of did a hodgepodge of them and then the humans, but anyhow, we're sitting there at the movies. And I was like, what? You know, you have that 10-second, if you missed it, you can go back 10 seconds, or you can fast forward 10 seconds. So I had to go back 10 seconds, and then 10 seconds again. I kept rewinding it. And Nico, my oldest, was like, Mom, what are you doing? I said, oh, wait. I couldn't believe it. I was like, did you see that quote? And Nico's like, what, Mom? He's 7. I mean, no, he didn't catch the quote. He's like, Mom, you're screwing up our movie. I said, yes, this is it. This is it. And it really applies to my speech today. So Chip's mom, famous quote here, your biggest risk is not taking a risk at all. If you fail, that's fine. Try again. And I thought, yes, that is your quote. So, can you do me a favor? Look under your chair. There's a little something there. Right on the bottom of your chair. Do you guys see it? Yeah. Uh-huh. Yes. Can you guys hold it in the air? I want to see it. So it's a pin with the Chip and Dale quote. The biggest risk is not taking a risk at all. Please put that on your backpack. It's a good reminder. Remind yourself, remind each other, especially during these high school years. And don't forget, we're still here to help, right? Like they've done to me, now it's our job. My job is done as a student. I look forward to seeing you continue to grow and thrive. This is a very important day. You guys have an awesome summer. and I look forward to seeing you in high school.